Hey everyone, this is Alexander James Guitars, and on this episode of Tool Talk Tuesday, we'll be talking about glue. There's three main glues that I use in my shop when building guitars and doing guitar repair. The old standard for me is the Titebond original wood glue. I use this all the time. I know a whole bunch of other builders that use it. It's a great glue. Next up would be the newest one that I've added, hide glue. Ever since I dabbled into violin building, I started getting into hide glue, and to tell you the truth, I'm absolutely blown away by the quality of this hide glue. This one's particularly from Lee Valley Tools, and it's great. Once you get over the learning curve of mixing it and heating it, it's easy. And my next one is LePage Super Glue. I buy this from Home Depot, about $8, something like that. Maybe even a little bit less when it's on sale. I use this for repairs. I use this for, just odd jobs all around the shop, sometimes in guitar building, and it's absolutely great. The stuff I used to use was the Super Glue by Stew Mac, and to tell you the truth, that stuff's crap compared to this. It's the Stew Mac stuff is so much more expensive than this, and this is just readily available. Because I'm in Canada, I can't get the Stew Mac stuff without having it shipped, so this is much better for my application. In terms of actually using the glue, I'll use the Titebond for custom guitars, guitar bodies, gluing up the actual tops, gluing together the two-piece backs, and then gluing the tops to the backs. For hide glue, I'll use a combination of the 150 grain or the 260 grain from Lee Valley, and I'll use the hide glue for any type of violin style repair, violin building, things that would really warrant using hide glue, because sometimes it can be a pain working due to its open time. For things like the super glue, I would use this in gluing in frets, things around the shop. For instance, something as simple as this computer fan that has a crack in one of the braces, I would just use the LePage super glue to fix that. With glue, there's not really much to show you. I could glue up some boards and we could just watch the glue dry together, but that would be pretty boring. So this video really just comes down to telling you what I use, what brands I use, and if I think they're good or not. Again, the LePage is great, Titebond Original is great, and the Lee Valley hide glue is great. The one I use the most in the shop is the Titebond Original wood glue, and I want to go over that just a little bit more. As I previously stated, the Titebond I use to pretty much glue up all guitars that are built in this shop. I use it for a lot of repairs as well. I love this glue because when it dries super, super hard. And so it makes sanding really, really easy. I guess it says it pretty much right on the bottle here, but it definitely does. And also, it does clean up with water really well as well. And it does have a short clamp time, but not too short. Not something like hide glue. Hide glue has a super short clamp time, varying depending on the strength. But back to the Titebond. The Titebond, it's a great glue for guitar building. I used to use the Titebond 3, I think it is, the waterproof version, but this one was recommended to me and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. The only thing that I would suggest you watch out for is when gluing up very light colored woods, if the glue joint isn't absolutely seamless, you will see this glue when it is dried. You will see this glue in that glue joint because it dries kind of like a dark yellowish color. And in something like a really white maple, you'll notice it. So for dark woods, if your glue joint isn't the absolute greatest, you won't notice at all. For light woods, you definitely would notice. Its strength is great. I think in my own testing, I've had more than 75% wood failure compared to glue failure. And by that, I mean taking two pieces of wood that have been glued together with the Titebond, and then going to snap them. And more than 75% of the time, it's the wood fibers in the glue that snaps before the actual glue joint. Definitely suggest the Titebond Original for all things guitar building. So I hope that helps when choosing the glue that you want to use for your project. For Tool Talk Tuesdays, we're going to be moving from every single week to every other week so that we can catch up on a whole bunch of repairs we have. It means more content for Fix It Friday. Thanks for watching.